So we came to this property. We're gonna walk in. We're gonna do a tour and just basically show the team what additions are, show them textures, show them all the ins and outs of a property, so that way they could become more educated when being able to present the property over the phone and being able to sell a property or buy a property over a phone instead of actually being there based on the information that they're gaining. Hello, welcome. This right here, this used to be a window. So you know that this is an addition right away. However, we need to figure out if it's permitted. Was this permitted? Was it built like this or was it not? Where can we go to see if it's actually permitted? Cat, and it's gonna show additions, addition entry, addition back, addition garage, and typically it'll show the name of what it was, but then also you could also tell what are additions through pictures, and this is why pictures are important because you start noticing there's a fucking window in the bedroom, in the hallway. It doesn't make sense. So this right here is stucco. You guys can see it's like outdoor stucco in pictures. Like you see this, and then you see this back room. It's not level. Yeah, so typically it's like step ups. Step up! What song is that? Chop Suey? Yeah, that's what it is. Step up! Wake up! Wake up! So you see how this is an addition? This wasn't the original house. There's no ventilation in here. And this is like another thing you can tell on pictures. Is there any air filters in there? Is there any ventilation in that room? Acquisition side, when you're negotiating that, like you're able to see that. And on the dispo side, you're able to say like, sell that. Exactly. Jesse, addition or not addition? David said it is, but Josh says it's not. What do you say? It is an addition?
I think so.
But what about the sink?
Well, they cut it though. They cut the hook in.
What about this the same tile though?
So, can put tile all the way through.
It's an addition. So like David said, as they extended it, you can tell right here, this used to be the French doors. It's the same type of doors that were right here. That was probably a window right there. And you can tell also, look at the same texture.
Oh, from like the outside?
And then David gave a good analogy, is the level of it.
Going down.
The slope. Popcorn ceiling, there's no popcorn ceiling here. As you guys could tell, popcorn ceiling is like another indicator of older houses. Flat texture is not. It's like the newer houses. These kitchen cabinets are updated. You could tell right away. Older cabinets, you look at Sophia cabinets, they're the older ones. This right here, these lighting fixtures, this is old. You can tell right away on this. This is considered old.
The light?
Things like this, the texture, this is what you can tell it's old. Like you can see the rigid lines, and in pictures you can see that. Mini split, those are like lower value, but they're more value than eBay. Like, so it could be good on dispo, like you can say like, oh, it comes with mini splits throughout the house. Acquisition, what has mini splits, it doesn't have a refrigerator there. Make sense?
Yeah.
It's just like the way you're selling it. What kind of material is this?
Granite.
What makes you tell it's granite?
Because it looks the same as every other granite countertop.
So how would what other types of
feel of
countertop?
it? I mean, the way that it feels like granite.
How would you feel if I told you it's not granite?
Then I would just be like, alright, I believe you.
David, is it granite?
You just paid $15K extra
I don't know.
in the acquisition side.
Okay, what is it?
Formica.
Formica countertops, I've heard that phrase before.
Formica, so there's levels to this
And it's
shit.
beveled.
So there's Formica, then your cutting board, the one that looks like cutting board,
I'm gonna start watching
Chop
a lot
block,
of HGTV.
then granite, and then quartz.
Granite is right there, there's the wood, so they just iron it or hot press it.
I see it.
This is a 220 volt connection. This is a 110 volt connection. You're always going to need a 220 connection for dryers because they use that much power. So in this case, you have two 220 connections and two 110 connections. So this is actually a good sign because you know in your electrical box you have a lot of breaker boxes, so you have a lot of power coming to the house. There's different types of water heaters. You have your electric water heaters and then you have your gas water heaters. This one in this case is a gas water heater with your TMP valve.
T and P valve.
T and P valve. It's for pressure. So if there's too much pressure in the water heater, you can release this to release all the pressure from the water heater. Yeah. And then it always has to sit above. It always has to sit above the ground in case it leaks. That way it doesn't start leaking just directly on the ground. So it's gonna be up top.
So look at the floor right here. Can you see?
Yeah, that's the outside.
That was by the back door, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they just put this probably on, it was all the way over here, they just added
it? At the beginning?
If you do it properly, it adds value, but if you did it not properly, then you can, this probably wouldn't get permits.
It just doesn't count.
They need to do it properly.
They would want value, but if it's not filed, then how can you count it?
We just got back from the property that we were showing the team, and I think it's so important for the people that are calling, whether acquisitions, disposition, or anybody that is trying to make a sale, the importance of understanding how to identify certain objects, certain tools, or certain structures in a building when talking to a seller or a buyer. So you really want to paint the picture for somebody on the team, which is what we just did. So now they know a little bit more about texture, sheetrock, installations, foundations, additions, and that way they're able to lock up more deals and sell more deals. If you learned something today, make sure you subscribe to our channel, show some love in the comments, and let's grow, baby!